Hi, I'm Fight, and today I want to talk about the fourth week of the 13th block with my coach. It was a re-intro week, so because I was sick, we decided we would start the block again, kind of. Um, I'm assuming that I'm doing another 3 weeks or so. So I'm halfway around through the second week as this is being recorded. I think I've got another week in me, and then I'll have to deload. This coincides with vacation, so that's great. Let's talk about this first re-intro week. It was actually really, really good. Um, I was feeling pretty strong, and although the intensities were kind of low at this point, I was still kind of lowballing everything. I think I just generated a lot of momentum to go through the rest of this block with some style, right? I think it was actually a little bit better than the real intro week, so 4 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Um, and I think that's great. On the second week now, I can already foreshadow that I'm feeling a little bit weaker, especially on pulling. So it might be that my pulling volume is a little high compared to the rest because everything else feels pretty good. Um, but now looking at this, I was actually pretty happy with, for instance, how here 50 kilograms moved. That was super easy. And if you look at the back offsets, that's 35 for 5. I mean, I do have this side to side imbalance, but it was okay. I was able to do it. It was a pretty light set. And the week after, I was able to put some weight on top of that. Same with the pull-ups. I did 2 sets of, I think 17 and a half or maybe even 1875. So another 1.25 kilogram plate. So for 6 and then 2 sets with 20. Um, and that moved just very easy. This was 17 and a half or whatever it was, and this is 20. And if you look at the 20, I mean, this is just, it looks more or less like a warm up, which is nice. That's a good sign that things are moving in the right direction with my pulling, which has always been one of my weaker movements, but that's okay. 130 moved also very well, like it was a warm up, and that's good because I'm happy that these weights are now normal for me. This week I moved 140 on the squat, and I think I posted a short for that. But anyway, I mean that moved pretty well as well, although the depth wasn't great. But that's always the problem. I always get a little bit more weight on the bar, and then the depth isn't great for a bit, and then it's okay. So I'm not really all that worried about it. On the RDL, I don't think I'm increasing anything all that much. I usually do 135, 140, 145, which is fine. I want to, on that day, focus on my squat and then put some decent volume in with for my hammies with the RDL, and that's all that matters. I'm not looking to set records. Although, of course, I mean, 150 for 8 would be just nice on the RDL. But if it's not there, it's not there. It's not like that's gonna make or break my training session. I do the ab wheel rollouts at home a lot. I think that day I had my son with me in the gym. They have a little, actually, childcare at the gym, which is nice. But he wasn't feeling it that day and wanted to go home, and so I went home with him and did some of my assistance work at home. That's my second upper body day now, so that's a different day. Where I also started home with, I think, the front lever work and muscle ups and handstand push ups. And all of that was easy, though I wasn't super happy with the handstand push ups that week. They were very banana y, but that's okay. I'm more about learning the movement here at this point. Really, it doesn't feel like a lot of stress because I've moved more weight on the overhead press, and I think it's less of an issue weight-wise. I think the main problem is more just that I don't know how to balance and stuff. So as you can see, this is now I think my second muscle up this week. I did a few sets of that until I couldn't anymore, and I'm happy with that. Muscle up 2 is one of those skills that's really hard for me. I got my front lever, I think, before I got my muscle up, which is not common, but I don't really care about the muscle up, so what do you want to expect? Um, I will have to clean it up a little bit. Just I want to compete in September in a weighted calisthenics thing, and the muscle up is one of the lifts there, so I'll have to clean it up and maybe put some weight on the belt until then. But honestly, I think I'm stronger on squatting than most people in my weight class there, and so it should be fine because I think I can just put a decent amount of weight on my squat until then, and that might make more of a difference than trying to push the muscle up for like 5 or 10 kilograms, you know. But I'm also not strategizing that much because it's just a fun competition. As you can see here, I don't know whether you watched this while I was talking about something else entirely, but my bench press that day didn't kind of, it didn't feel right. On this set, it felt the best, but on the first 2 sets, it didn't feel good. And I think one of the problems is that I don't keep my chest up. Not even about the arch, just about, keeping my chest proud and dialed in. Um, I did the same thing today because I did the same workout today again. And it took me until like the second to last set again to remember, hey, keep your chest up, man. It's not about trying to get an arch out of whatever your lower back. It's about getting that rib cage to kind of have tension on it. What was pretty cool that week was deadlifts. 170 moved super easy, and the 135 back offs. I mean, this one moves relatively okay, like normal, but on the last set, which you're going to see in a second, I decided I want to move it as fast as possible, and it moved faster than the empty bar did that day. So that's kind of cool. I mean, that's double body weight. It's not super impressive, but it is kind of cool to see, hey, this is now just weight that I toy with. Um, so, yeah, I'm hoping that this week I can do 175, 180. That'd be kind of cool. It would be 4 blues. It would also be in the realm of triple body weight, which is cool. It really doesn't matter at my body weight. The relative strength always sounds insane, but then you look at the absolute loads and they're still super low. So I don't want to be the kind of guy who says, oh, I have a triple body weight deadlift, and then it's under 200 kilograms. I mean, cool. But it would still be cool to push the deadlift a little bit, and I gotta celebrate my small victories. And this week was full of small victories. The squat too. I mean, this was the high bar paused squat, and really I don't do much of a pause, but it also doesn't feel like anything there. So, I'm adding 2.5 kilograms, I think, on that tomorrow. See how that moves. And I'm gonna try to publish next week's video a little earlier. My wife and my kid are off to vacation. I can't afford vacation at the moment for myself, so maybe I have time to check in earlier. Anyway, see you then. Thanks for watching.